Konnichiwa, putas! Today we're taking a look at 3 rare and obscure Japanese PlayStation games that you can play with little to no Japanese knowledge. So, let's go ahead and get started. Hajimeshou.
Let's break into this list with a cult classic that is Jammer Lammy. Developed by Nanana Onsha in 1999 as the spin-off follow-up to 96's own cult hit, Parappa the Rapper. This rhythm arcade-style game centers around a shy lefty lamb named Lambie as she desperately tries to get out of her shell by conquering her fears with the guitar in her mind. The game features several different genres of music gravitating around rock and rap fundamentals. Now I can tell a few of you are already saying, well, didn't Jammer Lammy come out in the USA? And the answer is yes. However, the differences between the USA and Japanese versions of the game make it warrant a spot on our list. In the 6th-stage cinematic, Lambie dies and goes to hell, which is replaced in the USA version as her getting snagged on a belt and slingshotted onto a volcanic island. The lyrics in Stage 1 and Stage 6 are changed to reflect that in the USA version. And while we're on the topic of lyric changes, Stage 5 has some changes of its own to avoid the themes of deforestation. Jammer Lammy features a lot of English borrowed words, or katakana for those of you who are more comfortable with Japanese, which makes this game an easy read. Not only that, but the English voice acting and the ability to change the subtitles to English make this the must-own version of the game. Next on the list is a game whose price has recently surged due to the popularity of Netflix's original series, Devilman Crybaby. Devilman for the PlayStation has players assume the role of Akira Fudo, a young man with a pure and virtuous heart who, along with friend Ryo, are trapped in a mansion with a bunch of bloodthirsty demons. Loosely following the manga, Akira Fudo becomes the Devilman himself, Amon. While the game doesn't feature any English voice acting, the gameplay starts as a simple Resident Evil-style survivor horror game, but later it drastically changes genres and becomes a beat-em-up, which are pretty easy to play with a language barrier. There are multiple fan translations and English walkthroughs that could help anyone who wanted to play this game. However, I found that there was just enough English written in the game to warrant a playthrough for a non-native N2 to N3 level Japanese speaker. Finally, we'll conclude today's list with something a little bit more weird. And certainly a lot more obscure. Gaball Screen. Gaball Screen is not so much a game as it is an interactive music video experience. In 1996, Tetsuya Kamado was at the height of his career. Never heard of him? Well, let me tell you about him. He was the most successful music producer of the 90s in Japan, selling over 70 million albums and spearheading the campaign to bring dance music to Japan. This man helped create J-pop, for Christ's sakes. The game starts with a simple enough cutscene of Kamada-san working on some music, playing some basketball, and endowing his shoes with the power to fly? This flying shoe will act as the vehicle in which you interact with the world of music. You enter strange and unique themed worlds looking for Kamada-san's lost CDs, which are categorized as the instrument of the track that you're currently in. I know, it sounds weird, and it is, but it's a lot like LSD the Dream Emulator, or even the more recently released OK Normal by 98D Make that we just featured on this channel last week. With little to no text and a heavy emphasis on music, Gaball Screen makes it the most obscure yet playable game for a non-native Japanese gamer. So this last January, I went to Japan and proposed to my fiance. But not only did I do that, I bought a ton of obscure and rare Japanese PlayStation games. So if you want me to play those on the channel, leave a comment below, and make sure that you subscribe with the bell notification on to see when the next one's up. Thank you guys, and take care.